Morning, hope you're well. The corn plant has arrived, which is awesome. Yeah, boys, the guys that own it have got a heap on too. They do a lot of oat and hay and irrigation and livestock, and they're pretty big operations. So they've got a fair bit on without coming and planting my little patch of corn. So we'll get into that. Just heading down. Just doing a fuel run actually, so we managed to get the vetch cut down here. Shout out to Brad, he's sort of a neighbour, but we do a baling for him, and good fella, and he was good enough. He's got a self-propelled Massey Ferguson windrower with a mower deck on it, so he was good enough to come down and get it done for us, which was awesome. So just going down to fuel him up, and we'll fuel our tractor up as well while we're going. Brendan raked hay down here till about midday. We were at the weekend, so I had yesterday off, was Saturday, so just tried to mow the lawns and a couple of house jobs, and I just had my sister and her partner and kids came up from Melbourne, so I spent the afternoon with them, so that was pretty good. So I was just trying to at least have one day off and not too much. So, and then the guys turned up with the planter late in the day, so we just hooked that up, and then that was the day. So it's about 6:30 now, so I'm just ducking down and chuck a bit of fuel in it, and hopefully Ben's going to be there about 10 o'clock to give us a start up on the planter. And we're actually going to be planting corn for the day, so they're just under the pump with their operation. So he just said, can you drive it? So we'll get a bit of a go at planting corn. So this is Brad's windrower. I don't know what width that conditioner is. It'd be 14 foot, it might even be a 16 footer, but he was just able to, just with the rotary discs, lift the, so it's just got discs and spinning discs and blades, as opposed to our what we've got on ours, which is the sickle knife, and you can see the rollers in the back there. The hood up now, I can't get it down. So when we contract, the farmer supplies the fuel. We just, because these guys have only got a little, I think they've only got a little fuel pod, we just bring our trailer down empty, and they've got a unit there in the yard that we fill up out of, and so we'll do this, and then we'll chuck a bit of fuel in our tractor, and just see if we've got time. I might do half an hour cutting. And this is the end result. So it's done a pretty good job actually. He's got pretty close to the ground. He probably didn't need to get that close, but can sort of see it's that's sort of why we were having the trouble, because it was all sort of entangled and a bit of a mess. Anyway, it's on the ground now, so we're getting there. We're making progress. There's going to be a few bales here, so that'll be the next job. Hopefully Brendan's mower's finished. We've got it back together early this week, and we can get it out here and get our tractor home and get the baler set up on it. Probably, it's supposed to cool down this week. Looks pretty cool again this morning, so we'll probably be lucky if anything goes here this week, but some of our own that's not quite as heavy might towards the end of the week. So we'll just you can sort of see the colour change there. This is the stuff that we cut earlier on. So, but anyway, it'll still be good stuff. We're munching away here. It's pretty slow going, but we are getting a bit done. We've got the headlands done. It's sort of half fallen over and pretty messy, but we're sort of a bit limited with our ground speed. One, so we can pick it up, but two, if we go too quick, there's just too much product going under the roller, and it just blocks up. So I've just straddling a check bank here, but where we can sort of move over a bit, we're actually just narrowing the cut up a bit. We're sort of coming back as or not half, sort of 2/3 of a cut, I suppose, just so we haven't got, there's a lot of product here, so we're just giving it a bit better chance to actually get it through. So, but yeah, it's all right. It's not bad going. It's just when you take the full cut, it is pretty slow. Anyway, we'll get there. What else would you rather be doing on a Sunday? All right, we're planting corn. So we've got nearly half the paddock done. So just been trying to nut it out. Unfamiliar tractor, unfamiliar GPS, unfamiliar machine, but I think we've got a bit of a handle on it now. So this setup belongs to next door neighbour that most of the dry hired it to us, and yeah, we'll see how we're going, whether we put this other circle of corn in later on after we get the wheat off, as to whether we might try and grab it again. But so it's a John Deere 7230, I think. So it's got the IVT transmission in it, same as the very similar to what the Fendt is. I've had a bit of a play around with it. Operationally, it's very similar with the way the Fendt works. So we've got a cruise control set. We're planning at about 5.8 k's, a bit under 6 kilometres an hour. Yeah, and I can forwards and backwards and set the cruise and all that off this joystick. It's exactly the same as what it is with the Fendt. So that was, once I sort of worked that out. Integrated John Deere steering. So what we've done is we've entered I wonder whether essentially we've just entered the coordinates in from when Miles strip tilled. So we put all the latitudes and longitudes in, and whether you can see it or not, but where, you know, we'll have a get out and have a look in a minute, but where we're just planting back on his rows where the fertiliser went. So that's all pretty simple. And then we've got this seed sense monitor. So basically, you've got in the middle here, this is us tracking the GPS following us. We've got our plant population, so we're aiming for around that 93,000 seeds per hectare. So corn, they talk seeds per hectare. Unlike, you know, wheat and everything else that we grow, it's all sort of kilograms per hectare. And then we've got our singulation. So a singulation is basically, there should be a seed sown about every, I think Ben said about every 130 mil. So that's giving us our accuracy of, hang on, wrong one, giving our accuracy of where the seeds are getting planted. And so I've got a couple of rows here. You can see when they're sort of green like that, they're all happy. I've got a couple of rows here that have been giving me a little bit of trouble. So if I just click on that one, and yeah, I don't know whether you can see it, essentially the simulation of what as the seed's coming out, and yeah, we're just getting the odd miss, or what they call a miss. So there's no seed there, and then the odd double. So it's actually planting 2 seeds at the one time. So all the rest of them seem to be going all right. It's just these couple, but we're hovering around that 92% singulation, which is pretty good from all reports. So yeah, so that monitor's all pretty simple. So, and then we've got the liquid. So we're putting a pop-up. I actually need to have a look and see what's actually in that pop-up mixture, but we've got a row of little glasses there, and you can see the little floaty balls in there. So yeah, while they're floating and doing what they're doing there now, it's telling me that there's not any blocked tubes. So but yeah, we'll pull up shortly and have a bit of a look, and I need to check and see how much the seed's going. I think our liquid's been going out a little bit heavy, but I've sort of been slowly sort of backing it off a bit. We're sort of aiming for around that 50 litres a hectare, but I think it has gone a bit heavier than that, so I'm just sort of backing it back to make sure we've got enough to finish the paddock. Alright, this is the planter. So we've got 10 row units. From what I know of it, it's actually, most precision planters are vacuum planters, whereas this one's a pressure planter. So essentially you've got the seed up in the box there. It just comes down the chute, and then you've got these plates here. And what happens is with the air, the fan blowing. It's blowing the seeds against these plates, and then essentially just runs around. It's got a little brush in there, and it's a bit hard to see with the sun, but it drops down into the chute and then down into the ground. So we've just got a double disc opener there at the front. We've got 2 discs. We've got some row cleaners on the front here, and then these little gadgets out the back here. This is where the liquid fert comes out. There's a little hose there, and then tank to the front. And then just the sort of closing wheels there in the back. So this one's mechanical drive, so it's driven off the wheels. So when we obviously lift it up and down, it engages it and disengages it. So that's pretty rough rundown on it. I don't know a heap about it, but yeah, look, it seems to be doing a pretty good job anyhow. Well, that's a bit of an intro to planting corn. We're novices at it at best. Anyway, I didn't quite get the paddock finished. We're a bit short on seeds. I'm not too sure what's happened. We're planting at about 92 or 3,000 seeds per hectare, and I think they'd worked out on planting at 95,000. We're actually about 4 or 5 bags of seed short. Given there's about 70, they say on the leaflet on the bag that there's a minimum of 72,000 seeds per bag. So I've just sort of multiplied and divided, and we're about 5 bags short. So not too sure what's happened there, but we'll get onto the guys at Elders in the morning, and no doubt we'll sort something out. Someone might have to go for a drive to get it. I just want to get it done and get finished with the planter, so the Ben and guys, they can come and get it, and they're flat out doing hay, so I think they do need the tractor back. So we'll try and get that job finished. Windrow starts in the morning, so next video will be windrowing, but we're still cutting hay. Brendan's he'll get up to date with raking what we've cut so far, just flipping it over just to get the bottom side to dry, and then he'll keep cutting oats. Fingers crossed his mower's back up and going in the next day or two. It'll be a bit quicker than ours, and I'd like to get that tractor back here and probably set up on the big square baler. I think that's the way we'll roll with it for the time being. I haven't sort of worked that one out, but so anyway, we'll be windrowing first thing in the morning, and it's ready to go. So we've got about 125 hectares in the first job, and then we might probably park for a few days. We'll just see. But anyway, so no, it was something different today. But there's probably and I've seen them myself. There's umpteen American videos on planting corn and that sort of stuff. So we're only hobby farmers when it comes to planting corn. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow or the next day or the day after that. Ta-da, bye.